Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am doing a full face makeup routine. See this makeup right now? You see this? You see this look? This mod baddie, all drugstore makeup. And I am going to show you how I did that. So keep on watching. I'm back and I'm better. What's wrong with me? Let's do this. All right, y'all know I love to plump my lips up before. And I am using something new. This is the Milani Keep It Full Lip Plumper. And I like to put my lip plumper on before I start doing my makeup, so it can really like do its job, you know? I high-key wipe it off after and then just put my lipstick on. A really pretty color. It's kind of like my lip color with like a sheen. Oh, it's minty. Usually the lip plumpers I use are like spicy. This one's like cooling. But let's see what it does to my lips, okay? All right, so I already moisturized my skin, and I am going to just do a little bit of this L'Oréal Lumi Glotion. I am a dry skin girly, so I like the hydration, I like the Lumi, I like the glow, I like all that stuff. So I don't really use primers for my skin per se. When I do clients and they have oily skin, then I will do like a mattifying primer or a long wear primer. But for me, I don't really wear primer that often. I mostly stick to like very, very hydrated skin and then like some luminosity. Oh my God, this is nice. It doesn't have like specks of glitter, which I appreciate. Usually like even high-end products that are luminous will have mica in it, and the mica is what reflects and gives you that shine, so it's like a synthetic shine. It's not real, and then you can see the specks. But this seems like it has a really fine thin, like a pearl, maybe it is. This is giving high-end for sure. I'm telling you, like you don't see this that often. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, even like I could see me using this for like a quick on the go. Hold up, this gotta go in my kit. It's going in my kit. This is going in my kit. Why am I so excited right now? I love when products work out. I really did my homework and I asked you guys your favorite drugstore products. A lot of you said some of the same products. So like when it's multiple people recommending the same thing, I know that it's good. But one of the things I really wanted to try that I've never tried, and everyone, like multiple people were saying, Maybelline Fit Foundation. This is a matte poreless foundation. I don't mind using mattifying foundations even though I have dry skin. I think a lot of the mattifying foundations right now, these days, they're not as dry as they were, let's say 5 to 10 years ago. I think that people have caught on that you want like a soft matte look. You don't want to look dry. You still want your skin to look like skin. You just don't want to look shiny and you don't want to look greasy. So I'm pretty sure this formula is giving that. All right, let's see if I color match myself properly, okay? Oh, okay now. Okay, makeup artist. Okay, makeup artist, 20 years in the game. Oh yeah, that color. 124 soft sand. It's giving, it's covering. And I don't like foundations that are too cakey. I don't know about this lip gloss though, guys. That right there, pet peeve. I'll still leave this part on, but if it does it again, it's a no for me. Moving on, moving back to the foundation. It's giving. It's giving. It's already like one light coat and it's already giving good coverage. Oh yeah. Are you going in my kit? Now I'm really hyped up. This video starting off real good. All right, let's keep it. Let's keep the momentum. All right, so I asked some of you guys some of your questions about being a professional makeup artist, and one of the questions was, what is the most difficult thing about being a makeup artist and what is the best thing about being a makeup artist? So I would say the most difficult things are traveling a lot. Yes, traveling is great. You get to see the world, you get to experience the world, and you get to, I think, evolve. Like, that's the best thing how I can put it. Like, I feel like as a person, as a human being on earth, when you travel and you see different cultures and ways of life in different parts of the world and how people do different things, it opens up your mind. So you get very cultured, you get very experienced in life, and you start to live a better life because you're taking and you're learning from all these different parts of the world and you're implementing them into your own personal life. And I feel like your life just gets better. It's a great thing. Obviously, traveling a lot, you miss your home, you miss your family, you miss your pets, you miss birthdays, anniversaries, you miss time with the people you love. And some of the most longest travel times for me were like a month being away from home, and the only thing I wanted to do was like be in my bed or cuddle my dog or go to Trader Joe's or go to the car wash. Like, it sounds crazy, but those are like the simple things in life that are the best things, the things you miss the most, you know? Traveling is like a double-edged sword. It's great because you get to experience life in a big way and it makes your life better. But again, you know, you miss the little things that you always kind of fall back on to make you feel good. Also too, depending on who you talk to, you know, they can think your career is not a real career. True story, you know, my last post that I posted about being a makeup artist and someone asking me like, okay, well, that's your hobby, what's your real job? That is a true story. That really did happen. And it kind of like always stuck in my head and motivated me to show the world, the people, the doubters, that being a makeup artist is a real career. It's also hard coming from a second generation Mexican family. You know, my grandmother, she's an immigrant and she came here to give her family a better life. And I feel like with her grandchildren, she really wanted to see us successful. And when I decided to be a makeup artist, I know it really disappointed her. She was floored, disgusted is the best word I can put it, and just, you know, completely stopped talking to me for months because I wanted to be a makeup artist, and that wasn't good enough for her. But with time, I showed her that you can be successful with any career that you choose as long as you give it your best. If you give 120% in anything in life you want to do, it doesn't matter if it's makeup, exercising, like fitness, barber, cosmetologist, starting your own brand, you can be successful. You just have to give it your all, 100%, and you will be successful. And I had to show her that. And with time, and she saw it, and she can never be more proud. Like, she's so proud of me and so much more open-minded. And, you know, it just took a little bit of time, but yeah, sometimes those naysayers, they be trying to get to you and tell you that your dreams are not going to be real and you can't achieve them, but to not listen to anyone. Who are they to say? Who is anyone to say anything about you? Guys, that is looking, I mean, it's giving. Looks like skin. I think it's the luminosity that I put underneath that glow, but wow, wow, wow. She cute. Let's put a little concealer on. And I did see a few of you recommending this concealer too. I don't know about this wand. The wand is kind of tripping me out. It's very tiny and dense. I don't know. Or do I like that because it's little and it kind of is more precise? I have to play with it a little bit more. I'm just used to like a big, juicy, thick wand. All right, let's blend her and let's see what it gives. Okay, it does give good coverage. It's a little light. I would like it a little less light. I don't like my under eye concealer too light. I probably should have went a little more, like maybe a few shades darker, but it's not terrible. It's still very pretty. The finish is very natural. It does not give luxury concealer. I'm gonna be honest with you. Foundation, it's giving luxury foundation. Concealer, it's not giving luxury concealer. I'm not going to lie to you. It's okay. I don't really like thick, full coverage concealers. I like them more on the natural side, more on the thin side, which this is thin, which is nice. But I also like them a little bit more creamy, if that makes sense. It doesn't have to be thick. It just has to be emollient and have good pigment. Like, I'm gonna definitely do another pass of concealer, but I'll do it later after my eyeshadow. Okay, so I'm gonna put some of that on my eyelids. I don't really wear eye primer that often these days, unless I'm doing like a super dramatic look. I kind of just been liking to rock concealer as a primer, eye primer. I just feel like, and we're gonna use that same one. I just feel like it does the job and it's not too thick. I feel like it will work really, really well. Consistency of it is giving like it's going to grip enough of the eyeshadow. And because I have dry skin, I also have a dry eyelid, so I don't really like using a lot of eye primer. I feel like the concealer is more skin-like, so it gives a nice texture to my eyelids. Now, when I work on oily skin though, when I have clients with oily skin, I do use eye primer. But I don't want that to crease up. Sexy. Let's get on to the fun stuff. Eyeshadow. So I bought 2 palettes. I bought a neutrals palette that has some bomb neutrals. And then I bought this brighter blue palette that I was just like, I want to do a pastel blue eyeshadow look. I feel like that would just be it. I like a little pink in my neutral. I see 2 colors that I like. I might mix them. It's like this pinky one over here, like this one right here. And then I also like this one right here. It's kind of more brown and cooler. So let me do that. Have you ever not been happy with a look that you've done on a client and then had to send them off? Yeah, it happens a lot. You know, most of the time when you do makeup, you don't have enough time. You're always kind of like rushing, especially with celebrity clients. Time is of an essence. Time is money. Time is millions, if not billions. So you can't just have unlimited time with them, you know? And depending on the amount of time that you have, you know, you can only do so much. For me, it's always like process of elimination. What is the most effective part of the makeup for this person? Is it their eyes? Is it their lips? Is it their skin? What are they known for? What are their assets? And how can I enhance them? You know? So that's like my first call of action. In a perfect world, I would do it all. The more time you give me, the better the makeup's gonna look. But you know, sometimes you have to make adjustments, and that is part of being a celebrity makeup artist, is that you have to go with the flow, you know? Now, it's not that I'm unhappy and I feel like, oh, this doesn't look good. It's always gonna look good, baby. It's Priscilla, oh no, honey. It's just that, you know, there's always like some little tweaks that you could have done if you had more time, or things you could have added. And as a makeup artist, as a professional makeup artist, I feel like any makeup artist feels the same way. You're always critiquing your own work. You're always looking at your work and you're thinking, how can I have done that better? In all of my career of makeup, there's only like a handful of looks where I looked at it and I was like, every single part of that makeup is perfection. There's only a handful. I already know them like the back of my hand. Those looks are one, when I did Rihanna's makeup for the BFAs, the British Fashion Awards, and she wore the Fenty Maison like teal blue outfit with the braids. Oh my god, that makeup. I look at Getty Images, like every single photo is perfection. The eyes, the skin, the lips, like everything. Like I ate that up. I also really loved Rihanna's Super Bowl makeup. I am very proud of that makeup look. I feel like it's effective, it's timeless, she looks gorgeous. I really put my foot in that one, you know? Those are 2 of my big, most standout makeup looks that I'm just like, yes. Okay, crease makeup, crease shadow is on. The eyeshadow palette is pretty fierce. I mean, the shadow pigment, you got pigment, it's soft, it's not chalky, it blends really nicely, it's really pretty. Like, I will continue to use this palette, it's good. What's your favorite compliment when you're doing makeup? Okay, my favorite compliment is not even a word. My favorite compliment when I'm doing someone's makeup is when they look in the mirror and they start feeling themselves. When I start doing their makeup and they start changing their attitude and really feeling themselves, especially when they look in the mirror and then they give themselves, you know, that look you give yourself when you know you look good, like that, like that, like that, yeah. When they start doing that, it just makes me tingle. It makes every part of my soul just scream in happiness, like just like I did my job. That was my job, to come and give you confidence so that you can go out and be your best and do your best and do that. And yeah, when I see that, I just know that I did my job, and it makes me feel incredible. They don't need to tell me like, oh, I look good, or you did such a great job. They just have to show me that, and I know I did that. And as a makeup artist, I feel like that should be your motivation, is to make your client feel like that girl. They have a big job on their shoulders. They have a lot riding, and there's a lot at stake, and they need to feel their best. And I know for damn sure when I look my best, I feel my best. I'm unstoppable. Give me a good beat, a bomb ass blowout, and a good outfit. I'll shut the world down, honey. This pigment is giving, it's giving life. ColourPop Cosmetics. I have been using ColourPop for a while, for years. It's definitely in my kit. And I haven't used it in a while, and I don't know why, because I really love the pigment. This is really giving. This color right here I'm using is the color Lumi. This is their Blue Moon eyeshadow palette. It's pretty bomb. Like, this is definitely going in my kit good. It's hard to find a good baby blue that stays powdery blue but without looking chalky and gives you still like that really pretty pigment. It doesn't separate, it's not too heavy, it's not too much. Like, it's really hard to find a good baby blue, and I really feel like this is it. It's absolutely stunning. I am using the Carbon Black L'Oreal Paris pencil, and it looks really good. I love a good black pencil. So we're gonna put this in the waterline. This eyeliner not that black though, I'm not gonna lie. She okay. I don't know about Carbon Black. It's definitely not the Pat McGrath that I'm used to. She okay. She gonna work. This one's decent. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of this baby blue pencil underneath. This is from NYX. It's their eyeliner stick, and this is in the color Blue Trip. I'm gonna take this underneath my bottom lash line. Okay. It's not tugging too much, it's creamy. Yeah, it's a vibe. So the same baby blue shadow that I did on top, I'm putting it over the eyeliner. Such good pigment. I'm also going to put some in this little tear duct area. Come through, baby blue. Okay, I did my eyeliner and my lashes off camera. I did top and bottom lashes, and it's looking pretty good. I'm still gonna do a coat of mascara on them. I'm gonna let them dry. I'm gonna do my brows now. You guys were hyping these up a lot, so I got two. I got a taupey one and I got a brown one. I actually have been contemplating lately doing like thinner brows on myself. When I do like a brighter shadow like this, I always feel like thinner ones always look better. And also I have bangs, so you can't really even see my eyebrows. So I'm just gonna do like a little tail. So I feel like that's just what peeks out of my bang as well. I do like how precise this pencil is. It's giving ABH Brow Wiz. Actually really good. Wow, that is amazing quality. Come through e.l.f. Goes on smooth, you get pigment right away. It's not waxy. It looks like it's going to last. I can tell right away when it goes on, and it just looks like, okay, your brows will be gone in an hour. No, this looks like it's gonna stay on. That is nice. Obsessed. Going in the kit. Okay, so now that the eyes are pretty much complete, I'm gonna finish off my foundation. I'm just gonna go back with the same foundation and touch up my foundation, and the same concealer and touch up my concealer. So the question is, what is the toughest thing that I've dealt with to set myself apart from my peers? Now, this is a very intricate question because I am a firm believer that you don't or you shouldn't compare yourself to anyone, especially a peer, because everyone has their niche, especially in makeup. Everyone's artistry is unique, and you know, there's only a handful of top artists in the industry. And especially if you are a makeup artist and you're studying these top artists, which you should, you're gonna know when it's one of their work. You're gonna see that and you're gonna be like, that's Priscilla Ono, that's Hung Van Gogh, that's Patrick Ta, that's Makeup by Mario. You're going to know the work when you see it, even though you don't know the artist. It's inevitable. There is just a special touch. There is this little sprinkle. There is a little something that makes it them. And that's how it should be. You shouldn't compare yourself in terms of the artistry. Everyone has their thing. And I think that when you focus on what inspires you, what is remarkable to you, what stops you in your tracks, what wows you, the type of aesthetic that you like, and if it's something unique, I feel like that's how you make your own niche and that's how you stand out. And it's standing out without comparing and standing out without saying, I need to do what they're doing. It's doing what you want to do. And I feel like that was always my thought, unconsciously, because unconsciously I just wanted to make things look beautiful, but with an edge. I've always said my aesthetic is makeup that beauty with an irreverent edge. It always has to have like this little this little badassery, you know, to it. But at the same time, I always want to make sure that it looks beautiful, that the client feels gorgeous, that they feel sexy, that they feel unstoppable. That is always a priority. Even though it's something that's odd or different or crazy or a little obscure, it's still beautiful. That is my guideline through and through. And I think that because of that, and because I'm not comparing myself, that's kind of how I got to where I'm at. And you should do that too. That is really going to, you know, help you to get to the place that you want to get to. This foundation, I have to say it again for the people in the back, it's bomb. I love it. I'm definitely using this again. I think so far, the products that have wowed me the most is the foundation. The brow pencil, I actually keep thinking about how much I love it and how much I think it's going to be my new go-to. And obviously the eyeshadow, the pigment is just incredible. I think that those three right now are my top standing products where I am like, okay, they're going to be regulars in my kit and in my personal for sure. What is your go-to remedy for mistakes on a client? Love you too. They said I love you, so I love you too. That is a very good question. There's always going to be little hiccups. There's always going to be something that you weren't planning for. You know, sometimes mistakes happen. It could be your fault. It could not be your fault. It could be something out of your control. But you have to think fast and you have to play it cool and you have to be confident at all times. I also always say fake it till you make it. You always have to be super calm, even when you're not feeling your most calm. You have to play like you're calm. And I always put myself, or I take myself out of where I am, and I try not to think of like the moment and, you know, the client and who I'm working on and, you know, the time crunch and the event that we're going to. You start thinking about all those things, you're gonna mess up. You have to stay calm. I read in a book recently that when you're calm, you make less mistakes. So even if you're not calm, if you pretend to be calm, your body actually thinks you are calm and you're psyching yourself out and then you become calm. When you're calm, you make the right choices. You make the right decisions. They said that astronauts, when they go into space, they have to keep their heart rate at a certain level, especially when they're working in space, because one little accident and they can die. So because they know how to regulate their heart rate, they know how to stay calm and very delicate situations, and they're going to be more precise and they're not going to make a mistake. So I always think about that. Stay calm. The second thing I do is I say, put myself in that situation. If that happened to me, if my eyeshadow started creasing, if my foundation started getting blotchy, if I started getting oily, if my eyebrow suddenly started wiping off, if my makeup started to peel or pill, what would I do? And then I always have the answer right away. You have to just put yourself in that situation and act quick and just fix it. And again, experience, obviously, when you get experience, the more you practice. I'm talking about practice on your mom, on your siblings, on your friends, on yourself, on anyone that has a face. Get good, girl and boy. Get good. Get good, people. Get so good that you know how to handle every situation. That is what's going to take you to the top. So yes, there's always going to be mistakes. Things are always going to not run as planned. But guess what? You have to make sure that you know how to act quickly, and you need to perform. And that's what separates the big boys from the little boys. Okay, we're gonna do some liquid blush. This is the L'Oréal Lumi liquid blush. It's called Dewy Bright Pink in 605. So it's a dewy blush. And I usually like matte. So let's see how this works. I like that it comes in like a lip gloss with a big doe foot. The component is nice. It's giving. And I just like to use the butt of the blender. Okay, she's pretty. It's a color I like. It's like that rosy. Oh my God, that's gorgeous. Okay, cool. We good. The question is, do you recommend assisting? Yes, highly recommend. I assisted in the beginning of my career, and it was the best thing I ever did. I got to learn how to act on set, so set etiquette. I learned the do's and the don'ts of being on set. And I worked with a very prestigious makeup artist, and she really was at a high level working on big jobs. I got to work on some of the biggest sets ever, and big budgets and a lot at stake. So, you know, that pressure was good from the beginning because I had to up my game, and I learned a lot. And I always highly recommend to artists to assist. Now, not everyone's cut out to be an assistant, and you have to know what you're doing in terms of how to assist properly. You're not there just to watch and learn and you. No, actually, go back a second. If you are even thinking that way from the get-go, you're not going to be successful as a makeup artist. Being a makeup artist is a very selfless career. You put yourself on the back. You put everyone in the front. You don't think that you're doing this to be famous. You don't think that you're doing this to gain fame and to gain attention. You are doing this because this is your art, because you love doing this, because you want to see your art on a big scale, and because you love making people feel good. You want to make them feel gorgeous and beautiful and unstoppable. That's why you do it. If you're doing anything other than that, you're not going to make it. You're just not. And when you're an assistant, you start to practice that selflessness, that it's not about you. You learn how, or you need to know how to read a room, how to be a problem solver, and how to help the artist that you are assisting. That is your main job. You are going to gain all the knowledge without even looking for it. Just being in that environment alone, you're going to learn light years of information that are going to get you to the place you need to get to. But your main focus is, how helpful can you be to your artist? How much can you help the artist achieve what they need to achieve? That is your sole job of being there. Everything else just comes naturally. For me, when I'm choosing an assistant, I always make sure that I choose based off of personality. I don't look for an assistant who is an incredible makeup artist. I can teach anyone how to do makeup. I'll say that again. I can teach anyone how to do makeup. You are born with a personality. And when your personality is right and I feel it, I want you on my team because I want the right people. I have high profile clients. I can't just have anybody on my team. I need to be able to trust them. I need to be able to know that, yes, obviously I know that assistants are there to learn and to soak up because they want to be at your level one day, and that's totally fine. But at the same time, I can tell when it's genuine and they really have respect for you and they really just want to help you and they just want to be a part of something and say that they helped. That is the correct mindset. I can tell right away when it's someone who just wants to be famous and they just want attention and they just want to say that they were a part of that because that's going to make them look better. And that is totally the wrong way to look at something. So, you have to make sure that you study on Artistry. There are tons of like online guidelines on set etiquette and what you should and shouldn't do. I should just do an entire video on assisting, honestly. If you want to see that, comment below because I feel like that would be an amazing video. I actually have an amazing outline that I email every assistant on my team before they start. It's like the do's and the don'ts, and it's very helpful. And I even have like my colleagues, like hairdressers, stylists, other people that I know in the industry that are using my template because it's so good. By the way, the blush, I mean, I'm not into luminous blush like that, but this is like the right kind of luminous. L'Oreal, you just get me. You really understand it, girl. She's going in my kit. This blush is gonna be one of my new staples, like, whoa. Okay, we're gonna start setting this makeup. This is where I'm getting a little bit nervous when it comes to powder. I don't like super powdery, but I do wanna be blurred and set. And so I got a few different powders. So when I do my powder, I usually like to do like either the Fenty Beauty Invisimatte or the YSL No Color powder, but I found one similar from Milani. And then I like to mix it with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish Powder. But then I got this NYX finishing powder. This is in the color Banana. So I'm gonna mix these two as if when I was doing, or when I would normally do my under eye powder. And then I also got a loose powder because sometimes I do go back to brighten up with a loose. This is the LA Girl. This is like that pinky kind of powder. So let's see. You know, I'm gonna go back on the concealer. I actually kind of like it now. Like now that I'm really seeing the concealer, it's actually really pretty. Like I think I'm gonna continue to use it. Like I actually really like it. And my foundation actually looks really good too. Wow. I'm impressed. Okay, let's do this powder. I'm so nervous. Oh my God. Guys, that is gorgeous. Okay. Oh my God, I'm excited now. How is this looking so good? Like what? Oh my, do you see this? I look like a filter. Like, what? Look at the difference. Under eye bags, smooth. Under eye bags, smooth. Oh my God. It's going down. Wow. I'm shook. I was really nervous and now I'm like, for what? Guys, another hit. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. This is great. I'm so happy I did this video. Like so happy. Like, wow. Oh my gosh, I look so flawless. I think I almost like this better than the powder I'm using now. Like, what? No way. No way. I keep looking to the side mirror because I'm like, is this real? Is this just not? Go off. Go off, NYX. Go off, Milani. A lot of you guys recommended the NYX Buttermelt blushes. Like a lot of you guys. Then I saw the Revolution blush because I love these colors, like these pale pinks. But then I noticed that the Revolution blush was already opened and it looked like someone swiped it. And I was like, I don't want to put something on my face that someone put their fingers in. So that was my bad. It was actually the last one. I should have checked, but whatever. So we're going to go with the Buttermelt NYX blush. And if you're anything like your powder, you're going to be good. What is the criteria to claim being a makeup artist? Do you need a license to be considered a pro? No, you don't need a license to be a makeup artist. If you're only using makeup, which you should be, if you're not like laminating brows or waxing brows or anything like that, you do not need a license. Doing makeup, you don't need any criteria. You just have to be good. Yes, you can get certified, but you don't necessarily need that. A certified is like when you take a makeup class and they give you a certificate. It's nice because, you know, you can get discounts for certain like makeup brands. Wow, this is a really pigmented blush. I love it. I almost liked it without it, just the liquid underneath. I mean, personally, on a regular day without blue eyeshadow, I would like the combo. That's normally what I do. But because I have this bright eyeshadow, I just think I don't need a lot at the top. So I'm gonna like kind of mellow this out a little bit. I'm gonna blur it out with some of that NYX HD powder. And then hopefully as I wear it down, it kind of goes a little more neutral. But the texture of this Buttermelt blush is buttermelt. It's good. This is definitely going to be a routine blush for me. I will be using that more when I'm not wearing bright blue eyeshadow. Like this side I went a little lighter with it. I like this side better. You know I like my pink cheeks, guys. I love me a good blush. Wow, my makeup, you can't tell me my makeup don't look good. I do want to put a little bronzer on the sides of my nose. I don't really like to contour my nose that much. I don't really like nose contour at all. It's not my favorite thing. I like to just give a little bit of shape to the nose, but I just don't like to see like brown lines down the sides. So I just like to put a little bit of bronzer. Oh my gosh, how could I not share with you guys the bronzer I'm using? This is Physicians Formula, and this one was recommended by you guys. I've been using this for years, so this is kind of like a go-to for me. A lot of you guys were also recommending the Buttermelt bronzers, like the blush I just used, and I did see it and I was gonna get that, but then I was like, but I've used the Physicians Formula and I like it, so I just want to recommend that because I've already used it before. So I'm pretty sure those NYX Buttermelt bronzers are freaking bomb too. If the blush is performing this way and the powder is performing this way, the bronzer gonna be good too. So I'll try that next time because I'm highly impressed. See, this bronzer is so pretty. Okay, the nose is contoured. Me talking about not liking contoured nose. Look at this, looking super contoured. Let me just put some of that banana blurring powder just to like soften it. I don't like it to look super, I just like it to look like there's structure, you know? I don't want it to look super. Okay, now let's do this lip. So I'm doing Colourpop Lippy Pencil, and this is in the color BFF number 2. The pigment? Okay. Wow. Another one to the kit. A little bit of foundation on a detailed brush, and I like to clean around the edges just to sharpen it up. Lip lingerie, Milani. Lip lingerie, Milani. Okay. I like the more pinky, but I just like do like little and then I like, you know, I like my finger. I don't like a lot. Oh my god. I need like a little bit more nude. So I'm just gonna take some foundation. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm just gonna pigment is pigment at the end of the day, guys. There was a time in life when you use things multi-purpose, so that's actually real pretty. Okay, so now we're going to set it. I don't really wear setting sprays that much because I have dry skin. So I pretty much like to just use like fixing sprays or like sprays that make your skin look like skin again. But I don't feel powdery right now. Like those powders that I used, I'm telling you, those are my new go-tos. It's coming for Charlotte Tilbury. Like, wow. But I do want to recommend this because I actually was recommended this by one of my assistants a while back. And it's the Infallible L'Oreal 3-second setting spray mist. It's like super, like your makeup won't budge with this stuff. I'm not going to spray my face with it right now because I'm going to be honest, I'm going to bed after this. So this is going to make it harder for me to take off my makeup. So I'm not going to do it. But if I was going out right now, I would spray this bad boy. And it just makes your makeup last. And I actually already have this in my kit. This is actually in my set bag right now. 36 hours transfer proof. We do this on the body too when you do body makeup, and it really does transfer proof your makeup. So this is amazing. And I like the sprayer too because it's like, see, it's like a nice mist. It doesn't like spit out little blotches and makes your makeup look, you know, like you have little dots of where the splatters were. So this is really, really good. Thank you so much for following along and watching my drugstore makeup tutorial. And thank you guys so much for submitting your questions on makeup artistry. Again, if you have any other questions, comment down below. Make sure you're following and you're subscribing. I am going to do so many more of these videos. If you guys have any requests, also comment down below. And yeah, we look luxurious in this motherfucker. And I just got a bunch of new products to add to my kit. So we did the damn thing. Until next time.